Hey, accelerators! Thank you for an amazing kickoff with myself and with Angela yesterday. We are really excited for 2023, and I think as a group, we are going to do an amazing job killing it. So today, Angela and I want to talk a little bit about how to be ready for your first small group accountability meeting. Because one of the things that I really feel is that these programs are great. We do the workshops, we do the coaching sessions, but I really feel like the secret sauce comes down to these small accountability groups where you are working with your peers, you're collaborating, you're sharing successes, you're sharing struggles, and really kind of working together throughout an entire year to keep yourselves on track and accountable. So today we want to just kind of touch on some of the things that you can expect to make sure that your teams this year do a phenomenal job and that you really enjoy the time when you're spending them in your small groups.
So we're super excited. Our first team meetings are next week already. And really these team meetings are all about collaboration and sharing, really respecting each other's points of views. And that's what it's all about, right? Learning and growing. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's going to be entailed in these meetings.
Yeah, and so I know a lot of agents have already asked, like, I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of nervous. I don't really know what to expect. You know, our goal for you is that you can expect and actually get some really great things from these small group accountability meetings. But in order to do that, there actually is kind of a method to the madness. And so what you need to make sure of is that you're doing your part. What we want you to do is every week, a day or two prior to the actual small group meeting, you're going to get the agenda of what that meeting is going to be about. We're going to encourage certain topics of conversation based off of what we're going through in the programming for the entire year. And so what we want you to do is we want you to show up prepared. Make sure you've taken a look at the agenda ahead of time. You've taken a look at some of the questions that are going to be prompted and asked of everyone in the group. And think about your answers, because part of this is you want to be able to offer up your thoughts, what's going on with you, because that's going to help everybody else as they're going around, right? You want to be able to be authentic and share so that you are giving, but then you're also getting from others. But the thing is that these meetings are only 30 minutes. Right. We have set this up so that, you know, we recognize you've got a lot of business and a lot of other things. This program is about being smart, efficient with your time, and showing up and accomplishing what you need to. So being prepared is key, taking a look at stuff ahead of time, and then also being aware of it's about you participating, but then also making sure others are getting out what they need from the small groups.
Yeah, and these meetings are really meant to be impactful and efficient. Like Amy said, be prepared, read the questions ahead of time, have some ideas of what you're going to say, respect everyone's time. Everybody has a lot going on. We know you do, we do, everybody does, right? So just make sure that you're being really respectful of everyone's time, be prompt, show up, bring your best self, and use your time wisely.
Yeah, and I think it's also about being really honest when you get into these groups, because the idea behind it is what? To keep you accountable for the things that sometimes we struggle with when it comes to our business. Whether it's prospecting, making those phone calls, sending digital listing presentations, right? Whatever it may be, or whatever it is that you're going to be focusing on during certain points throughout the program, it is really holding your feet to the fire and having this great group of peers that are going to help you do that, right? So we want you to think about what you're going to get and what you're going to give to each of these groups, right? So we want you to focus on what are you giving first of all. And I think it's really important that you need to give your authentic self. You know, you need to show up being willing to be somewhat vulnerable, to have maybe sometimes tough conversations about, you know, I didn't do everything I should have for the week and I'm feeling bad about it. Being able to be vulnerable and authentic is really important. I also think it's being respectful of others and their time. So being aware of that when you are sharing, that there are 5 or 6 of you and everybody needs to have an opportunity. And then I think it's sharing and celebrating successes, but also supporting each other during struggles. And that's really important to always remember kindness and care. You know, you're all going to be from maybe different markets, different backgrounds. It's important to make sure that you are really being considerate of that. So that's what you're giving. And then as a result, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get support from others. You're going to get different perspectives that are going to maybe give you an aha moment in your business. You're going to get the support when you're going through a tough time. You're going to get the high five when you did something awesome. So keep that in mind. It's about getting something out of these groups, but it's also about you showing up and being ready to give.
And I think one of the best parts about these groups is that you're going to be from different markets. You're going to get different perspectives, different approaches to the business. Really be open-minded. That's how we're going to grow, is by learning from one another. And we also are going to give you opportunities throughout the year to give us feedback on how your small groups are going. So please let us know.
Yeah, super important. This is about you. This is you participating in a program where it is our goal to help move the needle for you personally and professionally, right? So you making sure that you check in with us, I think, is also really critical. So on that note, we are really excited for you all to get started in your small groups next week. So keep an eye out. The agenda will be coming. If you haven't heard from your team lead yet, not to worry. I know they're in the process of reaching out to make sure that they set up your first meeting, get it scheduled on Zoom, and then you're all off to the races. So good luck. We're excited to be on this journey with you, and let's make 2023 amazing. See you soon.
See ya.